Ikaw at ako ay mga mandirigma.
Hello sir, good afternoon. What is criminology? Criminology is the entire body of knowledge regarding crime as a social phenomenon. It includes within its scope the process of making laws, of breaking laws, and of reacting towards the breaking of the laws. RA 6506, an act creating the Board of Examiners for Criminologies in the Philippines and other purposes approved and become effective on July 1, 1972. Criminologist, a person who is graduated of the degree of criminology who has passed the examination for criminologists and is registered as such by the board. Registered criminologist refers to a natural person who holds a valid certificate of registration and an updated professional identification card as criminologist issued by the board and the commission. Nolum crimen nolum pena. There is no crime if there is no law punishing the act. Psychology is study of human behavior. Sociology of law studies the social preconditions of the law and justice system and their effects on society. Anthropology, science devoted to the study of mankind and its development in relation to the physical, mental, and cultural story. Rafael Garofalo used the term criminologia, an Italian professor in 1885. Paul Topinard used the term criminologue, a French anthropologist. Edwin H. Sutherland used the term criminology. Father of sociology, Auguste Comte. It is a social science. Crime is a social creation and it exists in the society being of social phenomenon. It is dynamic. Criminology changes as a social condition changes. It is concomitant with the advancement of other sciences that have been applied to it. Nationalistic, the study of crimes must be in relation with the existing criminal law with a territory or country. Sociology, the mother of discipline of criminology. It is the study of human society, its origin, structure, function, and directions. Sociology of law, an attempt of scientific analysis of the condition under which criminal law were developed as a process of formal or social control. Criminal etiology, the study of the cause or origin of crime. Penology, the division of criminology which deals with the punishment of crime and jail management. Alfonso Bertillon, father of anthropometry and personal identification. Anatomy of crime. We have opportunity, intents, and the motive or capability. Criminal demography, the study of the relationship between criminality and population. Criminal epidemiology, the study of the relation between environment and criminality. Criminal ecology, the study of criminality in relation to the spatial distribution in a community. Criminal physical anthropology, the study of criminality in relation to the physical constitution of men. Criminal psychology, the study of human behavior in relation to criminality. Criminal psychiatry, the study of the human mind in relation to criminality. Victimology, the study of the role of the victim in the commission of a crime. Felony, an act or commission punishable by law which is committed by means or dolo or deceit, or culpa or fault, and punishable under the revised penal code. Offense, an act or omission in violation of a special law. Infraction, an act or omission in violation of a city or municipal ordinances. Delinquency, act not in conformity with the norms of society. Crime malainse, bad itself, acts that are outlawed because they violate basic moral values such as rape, murder, assault, and robbery. Crime mala prohibita, acts that are outlawed because they clash with the current norms and public opinion such as tax, traffic, and drug laws. Consummated crime, when all the elements necessary for its execution and accomplishment are present. Frustrated crime, when the offender performs all the acts of execution which will produce the felony as consequence but which nevertheless do not produce it by reason of cause independent of the will of the perpetrator. Attempted crime, when the offender commences the commission of a crime directly by overt act and does not perform all the acts of execution which should produce the felony by reason of some cause or accident other than his own spontaneous desistance. Simple crime, single act resulting only one offense. Example, theft, robbery, homicide, murder, and libel. Complex crime, single act constituting two or more grave or less grave felonies, or an act is necessary means for committing the other. Example, robbery with homicide, rape with homicide, arson resulting in death or damage to property. Grave felonies, those to which the law attaches the capital punishment or effective penalties. Less grave felonies, those to which the law attaches correctional penalties. Light felonies, those to which the law attaches the penalty or arresto menor or fine not exceeding 200 pesos. Acquisitive crime, the offender acquires something like theft, robbery, and estafa. Extinctive crime, the consequences of the act is destructive, like homicide, murder, parricide, and arson. Penalty duration, arresto menor 1 day to 1 month, arresto mayor 1 month and 1 day to 6 months. Prison Correctional, 6 months and 1 day to 6 years. Prison Mayor, 6 years and 1 day to 12 years. Reclusion Temporal, 12 years and 1 day to 20 years. Reclusion Temporal. Reclusion Perpetua, 20 years and 1 day to 40 years. Static crime, committed only in one place. Continuing crime, committed in several places. Rational crime, committed with intent and the offender is full of possession of his sanity. Irrational crime, committed by an offender who does not know the nature and quality of his act on account of the disease of the mind. White-collar crime, committed by a person belonging to the upper socio-economic class in the course of his occupational activities. Blue-collar crime, committed by ordinary professional criminals to maintain his livelihood. Seasonal crime, committed only during a certain period of the year. Situational crime, committed only when the situation is conducive to its commission. Instant crime, committed in the shortest possible time. Episodic crime, committed by a series of acts in lengthy space of time. Bias crime, violent acts directed toward a particular person or member of a group merely because of the target share a discernible racial ethics, religious or gender characteristics, also called hate crimes. Cleared crime. There are two ways by which crime are cleared. When the offender is being arrested, charged and turned over to the court for prosecution. Second, by the exemption means when some elements beyond police control precludes the physical arrest of an offender. For example, is when the offender leaves the country. Victimless crime. Crimes that violate moral order, but in which there is no actual victim or target in this crime, which include drug abuse and sex offenses. It is society as a whole and not individual who is considered as the victim. Acquaintance rape. Acquaintance rape, forcible sex in which the offender and the victim are acquainted with one another. Aggravated rape. Rape involving multiple offender weapon and the victim injuries. Date rape. Forcible sex during the courting relationship. Gang rape. Forcible sex involving multiple attaches. Marital rape. Forcible sex between people who are legally married to each other. Serial rape. Multiple multiple rapes committed by one person over time. Statutory rape. Sexual relation between an underage minor female and an adult male. Homicide, the killing of human being by another. Parricide, the act of killing one's own father, mother, spouse, or child. Infanticide, killing of an infant less than 3 days old. Sororicide, killing of one's own sister. Fratricide, killing of one's own brother. Matricide, killing of a mother by her own child. Patricide, killing of a father by his own child. Uroxicide, act of one who murders his wife. Eldercide, the murder of a senior citizen. Abortion, an act of destroying a fetus in the womb. Suicide, taking one's own life voluntarily and intentionally. Regicide, the killing of murder of a king. Vaticide, the killing of a prophet. Euthanasia, mercy killing, or the act or practice of painlessly putting to death a person's suffering from incurable and distressing disease. Mass murder, the killing of a large number of people in a single incident by an offender who typically does not seek concealment or escape. Murder, the unlawful killing of a human being with malicious intent. Serial murder, the killing of a large number of people over time by an offender. Acquaintance robbery, robbery who focus their theft on people they know. Arson, the intentional or negligent burning of a home, structure, or vehicle for criminal purposes such as profit, revenge, fraud, or crime concealment. Arson for profit. People looking to collect insurance money but who are afraid or unafraid to set fire themselves. Hire professional arsonist. Arson fraud. A business owner burns his or her property or hires someone to do it to escape financial problems. Burglary. Breaking into and entering a home or structure for a purpose of committing a felony. Carjacking. Theft of a car by force or threat of force. Charming, a white-collar crime in which a stockbroker makes repeated trades of frauds likely increase his or her commission. Commercial theft, business theft that is part of the criminal law. Without such laws, the free enterprise system could not exist. Grand larceny, theft of money or property of substantial values, punished as a felony. Larceny, taking for one's own property or another by means other than force or threats on the victim of forcibly breaking into a person's home or workplace. Petty larceny, theft of a small amount of money or property, punished as a misdemeanor. Pilferage, theft by employees through stealth or deception. Robbery, taking or attempting to take something of value by force or threats, or force and or by putting the victim in fear. Shoplifting, the taking of goods from the retail stores. Acute criminals, persons who violate criminal law because of the impulse of the moment, fit of passion or anger. Chronic criminals, person who acted in consonance with deliberated thinking such as neurotic criminals, person whose actions arise from the intraphysics conflict between the social and antisocial components of his personality. Normal criminal, person whose physique organization resembles that of a normal individual escape that he identifies himself with a criminal prototype. Ordinary criminal, the lowest form of criminal career. They engage only in conventional crimes which require limited skills. Organized criminals. These criminals have a high degree of organization that enables them in commit crime without being detected and committed to specialized activities which can be operated in large scale business. Professional criminals. These are highly skilled and able to obtain considerable amounts of money without being detected because of the organization and contact with other professional criminals. Career criminals. A person who repeatedly violates law and organize his or her neighbors. Professional criminal. Offender who make a significant portion of their income for crime. Professional fence. An individual who earn his or her living solely by buying and retailing stolen merchandise. Reasoning criminal. According to the rational choice approach, law violating behavior or when an offender decides to risk breaking the law after considering both personal factors such as need for money, revenge, thrills, and entertainment, and situational factors such as how well a target is protected and efficiency of a local police force. Revised Penal Code Act 1815 took effect on January 1, 1932 and approved on December 8, 1930. It is general in application, generality. It is territorial in character, territoriality. It is prospective or introspective, prospectivity. It is specific and definite. It is uniform in application. There must be a penal sanction or punishment. Primitive tribes. Punishment may be in the form of ostracism, isolation, and expulsion. Demonological theory. It maintains the criminal behavior was believed to be the result of evil spirits and demons, something of natural force that controls his or her behavior. Cesar Lombroso, father of modern criminology. Cesar Beccaria, father of classical criminology.